My mom's book club met every Thursday night for 12 years. I never questioned why they needed 3 bottles of wine for discussing literature. Growing up, I loved book club nights. Mom would make her famous spinach dip, arrange cheese cubes on fancy plates, and transform our living room into what I imagined sophisticated adults did. The ladies would arrive around 7, greeting me with lipstick kisses and perfume clouds. I'd fall asleep to their laughter echoing through the floorboards, feeling safe, knowing Mom was happy downstairs with her friends. At 13, I decided to surprise them with homemade cookies. I crept downstairs at 10 p.m., expecting to find them deep in discussion about whatever novel they'd chosen. Instead, I found Mom sobbing on Mrs. Patterson's shoulder while Mrs. Jones held her hand. Empty wine bottles lined the coffee table like soldiers. "He canceled the trip again," Mom was saying. 20 years of marriage and he can't even pretend to want to spend time with me. I froze on the stairs. They weren't holding any books. Mrs. Rodriguez noticed me first. "Sweetie, your mom's just tired. Let's get you back to bed." But I'd already seen too much. The notebook on the table wasn't filled with book notes. It was a list. Sharon, custody lawyer. Linda, marriage counselor. Diana, divorce attorney. After that night, I started paying attention. They never actually discussed books. Sometimes I'd check Mom's nightstand to see what she was supposedly reading. The bookmark never moved, but every Thursday those women showed up. When Mrs. Patterson's husband left her for his secretary, they circled around her like a protective wall. When Mrs. Jones's daughter attempted suicide, they took turns bringing meals and driving her to therapy appointments. When Mom finally filed for divorce, they helped her pack while Dad was at work. I found their group text last year when Mom asked me to fix her phone. The thread was named Book Club, but the messages were anything but literary. Mammogram reminders. Job interview prep domestic violence resources for Mrs. Rodriguez's sister. Years of women holding each other up, disguised as a book club because that was the only way their husbands would let them out every week. The last message was from Mom. "Same time Thursday, I'll bring wine. We need to discuss that new book about starting over after 50. Mrs. Jones had responded. "Can't wait to analyze the themes of freedom and self-discovery." When I confronted Mom about the deception, she smiled sadly. "Sometimes women need a cover story just to have space to be human. Your father thought book clubs were harmless. He never suspected we were planning our escapes. Starting a new book club with some ladies from work. Thursdays at 7, you should join us." I arrived to find 6 women in their 30s, including me, sitting in a circle with wine glasses, no books in sight. "First rule of book club," Mom announced, winking at me. "We don't actually read the books. We read each other. And tonight, Sarah needs us to read her situation with her mother-in-law." As Sarah started crying about her husband taking his mother's side again, I understood. This wasn't about literature, it never was. It was about survival, and sometimes survival looks like a room full of women, pretending to discuss fictional characters while actually saving each other's real lives. I poured myself some wine and settled in. "Tell us everything," I said to Sarah. "We have all night."